Today we are going to be talking about Bryce Hall. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Bryce Hall, he is pretty famous on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, etc. For those of you who are not sure who that is, here is a little clip of his recent TikTok.
If Kamala Harris is my president after Joe Biden was my president, I'm just gonna off myself.
I'm just gonna off myself. So, okay, this is his TikTok. He has 23.8 million followers, quite a lot of followers. And a lot of it's just like dumb rants and him rambling about why he's voting for Trump and stuff like this. Now, fun fact, I met Bryce Hall a number of years ago. I was in LA and I got a chance to go into the Team 10 house for a little bit. And I also met Bryce Hall and I went to Bryce Hall's streamer house as well. And I hung out with Bryce Hall and some of his friends. And I could tell, even when I was hanging out with Bryce Hall then, he definitely wanted to be very edgy. I was still in my conservative phase at the time. So I was also very edgy. And by edgy, I mean pretty much just like homophobic and kind of mean. I could tell that he also really wanted to be edgy as well. He kind of liked the type of content that I was making at the time. However, fast forward to now, I have clearly gone through some personal growth. He seems to be on the personal decline. Now here's what's even f***ing worse. Recently, Bryce Hall spoke at Donald Trump's rally.
And you know, we have all different kinds of stars than we did 10 years ago and 20 years ago. It used to be a little simpler. Now it's a whole different world, but the numbers they get are incredible. Bryce Hall is here, one of the biggest. Bryce, where's Bryce? Bryce Hall. Where are you, Bryce? Stand up, Bryce. Come on up here, Bryce. Get up here. Come on. What the hell? We have to have Bryce. You know, he does an interview with people. Come on up if you want, Bryce. Come on. What the hell? We have a lot of time, right? Come on, Bryce.
Oh, no. Right when you thought that Trump's rallies couldn't get any worse, he brings fucking TikTok stars on who are famous for being able to speak coherently for at least 4 seconds maximum to speak at his rally. What could possibly go wrong?
Look how young he is, how handsome he is. Come on up, Bryce. This guy has 44 million people watching him. And he's great. He's a great guy.
We need Trump back. Really bad. Make America great again.
Oh. He said about as much as I would expect from a TikTok star. Also, yeah, I think Trump is crushing on him because he's like, he's so handsome. He's so beautiful. So as you can see, Bryce Hall, he's more involved in the short form content. However, it still didn't stop him from only a couple weeks ago appearing on a podcast where he spoke for 30-some minutes on why he refuses to support Kamala Harris. Now, I was a former Trump supporter in 2016, so I'm really interested in hearing what he has to say.
I'm just a huge advocate against stupidity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be going with the person that's going to let men into the women's bathroom. And then you were just telling me a story how a man...
Gotcha. So he's against stupidity, then he should be against himself. Because if, in your mind, stupidity is letting trans people use the bathroom that corresponds with their gender identity, you are in fact the one who is fucking stupid. And this is why. They've already conducted data collection on states that have implemented gender-neutral bathrooms, and they found no increase in violent assaults or sexual assaults or any kind of abuse whatsoever in those bathrooms. That's because abuse of any kind is illegal. Whether it's a trans person in a woman's bathroom or a man's bathroom, if they commit a crime against another person in that bathroom, it's illegal. When you allow trans people to simply use the bathroom that aligns with their gender identity, you don't see any increase in violence. In fact, trans people are far more likely to be victimized than they are to be perpetrators.
Changed his gender on the license after going into a woman's locker room.
Yeah.
And then pressed charges on the woman that called the cops on him. It's just like, I'm going against stupidity.
Yeah.
Like people that are just.
So again, I have no idea what story he's even referencing, but if there were hypothetically somebody that abused the identity of being trans or something and claimed to be trans in order to avoid consequences, that's obviously wrong. That's obviously fucking disgusting. But even as somebody like me who is pro-trans, I can say weaponizing your identity or trying to lie and claim that you're trans when you're really not to get out of consequences is a fucking dick move. That's also incredibly disrespectful and invalidating towards real trans people. I think even trans people would recognize that weaponizing trans identity to avoid consequences would obviously be a bad thing.
It's just, this whole situation's weird.
Yeah, it's out there, man. And we were talking off camera how we both grew up Democrat. But
Yeah.
to see where it's at now is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
my
almost
mom, my mom's
unbelievable.
still riding with it though.
What?
Yeah.
She's voting for Kamala?
Yeah.
So is there any like,
I don't think she's. I don't know. I talked to her about it, but every time I talk to her, she gets mad. So
damn. So she's just influenced.
yeah, she sees like the false news, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, he's a star." Like,
Damn.
A jury found Trump liable for sexual abuse and awarded the accuser $5 million. Is this just fake news? A jury found Donald Trump liable Tuesday for sexually abusing advice columnist E. Jean Carroll in 1996, awarding her $5 million in a judgment that could haunt the former president as he campaigns to regain the White House. The verdict was split. Jurors rejected Carroll's claim that she was finding Trump responsible for a lesser degree of sexual abuse. The judgment adds to Trump's legal woes and offers vindication to Carroll, whose allegations have been mocked and dismissed by Trump for years. So Trump has literally been found liable, at the very least, for these crimes, and Bryce Hall, the guy who's allegedly against stupidity, thinks that his mom saying Trump is abusive towards women or something means she's been brainwashed by the fake news media. Okay, tell you what, Bryce Hall, I'm only 1 minute into watching your stupid interview, but considering that I met you before, maybe, just maybe, if you're watching this, you'd be willing to debate me, and I'll make it even more interesting, okay? If you can beat me in a debate, I will box you. There you go. You can box me, you name the time, name the place, whatever. I'll get my ass handed to me because I can't box to save my life. But that's just how confident I am that I would absolutely roast your ass in a real fucking discussion and a real fucking debate.
You try to vilify Trump on the news.
Yeah, I think it's just like also my mom out of everybody, and honestly, like people now should know that the news is fake. Like they put out false news so that you click on. It's
Right.
called clickbait. It's like a huge thing. Like that's what YouTubers, everybody does it. But news are doing it because they get paid on the clicks.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't understand how
I'm gonna just keep referencing him saying against stupidity, and then he's like looking at the camera saying this as if he's saying the most profound thing. Did you know that even the media nowadays engages in a form of clickbaiting? Yeah, no shit, dude. Clickbait refers to a title, usually, being catchy or, at the worst, is being misleading. Meanwhile, I'm not just going based on headlines here. We can look through court documents and see.
Because I think a lot of these people with social media followers, it's like, shit, what can I say without getting canceled?
Yeah. And also living in
What is this pathetic fear-mongering and victim mentality that so many fucking right-wingers tend to have about, like, I can't even voice my opinion without getting canceled on the podcast with 1 million subscribers, talking to the guy with 20 million TikTok followers? Like, okay.
California, that's why I'm moving out here. It's just like that's that world.
Yeah.
I just hate it.
It's like a third world country in LA right now.
Literally.
Like you walk outside, there's on the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah, my taxes are going towards the homeless
Yep.
to help with the addiction, to give them more.
Crazy, dude.
That's a total lie. Report claiming Biden admin was preparing to spend $30 million on crack pipes is false, HHS says. Conservative political figures and news outlets fueled the viral false report. So again, the guy who's against stupidity, who claims his mom is being brainwashed by fake news, is now up here acting really stupid, having been brainwashed by fake news.
Yeah, I bet. Did Kamala actually DM you?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, she sent that. Well, it wasn't her.
Her team,
It was
though.
like her team automated. Yeah.
It was on Instagram or just or
No. It was just like, are you riding with me? And I was like, no.
dude, I went to my mailbox yesterday. I got 4 Kamala Harris letters.
I'm getting texts nonstop. like on my iMessage. I'm guessing my data's leaked or something, but it's like Democrat, like, are you voting for Kamala Harris? Like nonstop, press stop to end.
Crazy.
Like I get maybe 5 a day.
Dude, that's nuts. So they're just mass spreading
Yeah.
right now. Are you worried about this
Wow.
election?
Holy shit, dude. You mean to tell me that the Democrats are out there actually campaigning right now? Oh my God. Was he this stupid when you hung out with him, Hunter? Well, no, because we weren't really having this kind of a discussion in which him being stupid could have been revealed, really. It was much more of a casual, like, hey, this is like where my computer is, or hey, this is where I play video games or whatever. Like, oh, cool, you know, nice, whatever. Like, I met David Dobrik there briefly. But no, like there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity for him to get into like this sort of discussion. Plus, at the time, like I said, I was also conservative, so I probably would have been siding with him a lot more. So far, I will say the highlight of this part that we watched is definitely the fact that he claimed his mom was being brainwashed by fake news, but then he got up here and literally spread fake news that the Biden administration was trying to fund people's heroin addiction, when the rumor really was that the Biden administration was trying to fund crack pipes, and that was false. So he didn't even get the rumor correct, and even the rumor was fucking false.
Shout out to Trump, man. If he wins Jersey, that'd be fire. That's a left-ass state, bro.
That would be sick.
I look back at what I grew up and how brainwashed
I wonder
was.
how many people are going to show up to that.
At least 10,000, dude. His rallies pull numbers. Like, every rally I've seen, at least, it's packed.
Yeah.
And you look at a Kamala rally, and it's
Really?
AI generated.
AI generated, yeah.
They just cope and lie nonstop.
I haven't met a single supporter. I know you said you have, but you're in public a lot, so that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you actually, like, when you meet one of them, it's kind of eye-opening. It's like, wow, there's actually people like this.
Yeah. I feel like
There's so many of those people, in fact, that Kamala Harris is leading Trump nationally right now. Damn. It almost sounds as though you're the odd one out, huh?
I think they see like a video of this is just my theory. I think they see a video of a person that's notable, like a celebrity,
yeah.
say something positive about it, or they identify themselves as like a they them, or they put their pronouns in their bio. So then people are like, oh, it's cool to do that.
Right.
Like, people are going to accept me because they accept a celebrity. But in reality, celebrities are idiots.
They're paid.
Yeah, they're paid and they're idiots.
You've seen it firsthand that they're paid.
Yeah.
Bryce Hall is a celebrity. You can't say celebrities are idiots while you're a celebrity and then say, yeah, celebrities are all just paid when you're a fucking celebrity talking politics.
I think it just started like that, and then now it's like being put in movies. It's like an agenda that's being pushed over and over again.
Yeah.
So I think it's just subliminally going into these people's brains, like, oh, it's cool. It's normal. Oh, it's
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. Oh, okay. Who cares? Oh, let people identify how they want to. If somebody has an internal gender identity that doesn't align with their biological sex, so what? Why do you give a shit, Bryce Hall? And again, this idea that it's like an agenda to subliminally brainwash. No, there is probably a goal to raise acceptance, sure. But that's because media can serve a very effective purpose, and that is of changing people's perceptions of things. Furthermore, there have been studies that have shown that back in the 1960s and 70s, media played a big role in helping people be more accepting towards homosexuality and things of this nature. So media can play a role in making people more accepting. Acting as though that's some kind of spooky agenda is fucking ridiculous. In reality, you just don't want to accept it because you don't understand trans people. But there you guys have it. That is Bryce Hall, the guy who's really strongly against stupidity, acting incredibly stupid. I really don't understand it. I don't know why. But that is just the paradox of the conservative mind. If you want to support the channel, please consider becoming a member today. Members get early access to videos, access to all the stream VODs, and exclusive access to emotes as well. So if you'd like to support the channel, become a member today.